Hello everyone, the warm-up channel is with you, and today we will talk about the situation at the front and what changes have occurred over the past day. And let's as always start with the losses that the Russian army suffered over the past day. Russia lost 730 liquidated personnel, 20 tanks, 27 armored personnel vehicle, 22 artillery system, 3 MLRS, 4 UAV, 9 vehicles and full tanks, and 1 special equipment. Very good result for Ukrainian army. Despite the announced end of partial mobilization, the military leadership of the Russian Federation continues to recruit so-called volunteers to participate in the war on the territory of Ukraine. Military commissars received instruction on the further formation of so-called volunteer units. These volunteers can become men with cleared criminal records, without age restrictions, and in any state of health except for a person with official disabled status. In order to avoid legal and financial obligation, the conclusion of a contract with the Minister of Defense of the Russian Federation with such person is not envisaged. Previously demobilized personnel have a low level of moral and physiological state, which leads to extraordinary events in places of deployment. Thus, in units of the 57th Motorized Rifle Division of so-called territorial troops, at the stage of reconciliation in Kazan, more than 15 soldiers and sergeants voluntarily left, and during the redeployment to Ukraine, 2 more mobilized committed suicide. In addition, the main problem of already operation occupation units, in addition to private military campaigns, remains the low training of personnel and the repeat failure of military equipment that has been removed from storage and has not undergone appropriate maintenance. Aviation of the defense forces of Ukraine struck the enemy 12 times during the day. 8 areas of concentration of weapons and military equipment, as well as 4 positions of the enemy's anti-aircraft defense equipment, were affected. Units of missile forces and artillery of the defense forces of Ukraine were struck within a day. 3 areas of concentration of manpower, 2 areas of accumulation of weapons and military equipment, 2 ammunition warehouses, and other important military facilities of the Russian enemies. We believe in armed forces of Ukraine. Bulgaria's parliament voted to send heavy weapons to Ukraine, ending months of tension and controversy over the issue between the NATO members' political parties. The 175 to 49 vote in favor of the measure marked a rare moment of consensus among Bulgaria's deeply divided polity. Following Bulgaria's decision to allow Ukraine to supply heavy weapons as well as spare parts, Hungary remains the only NATO member not to have approved the supply of arms to Kyiv since Russian full-scale unprovoked invasion of Ukraine in late February. A new exchange of prisoners between Ukraine and the Russian Federation took place today, November 3. 107 servicemen returned home. These are soldiers of the armed forces of Ukraine, the naval forces, the territorial defense, the border service, and the National Guard, among whom are 3 Azovs. The captured employees of the National Police and the State Special Transport Service also returned to Ukraine. The head of the President's office, Andriy Yermak, reported this on Telegram. 74 soldiers released from captivity defended the Azovstal plant in Mariupol. Some volunteers flew there by helicopter to save the lives of their comrades and fight the enemy. It is noted that many of the heroes who returned home were wounded in battles. Ukraine brought down seriously wounded and lying from Mariupol, from Azovstal, guys with wounds of arms and legs, gunshot wounds of various parts of the body. There are people with amputated limbs and burns that do not feel part of the face, with infected wounds. There is also a wounded fight as a result of explosion in Olenivka colony. Many of the fighters were wounded back in March. Thank you all for your attention. If this video was useful for you, please like and subscribe to the channel so you can support me. Thank you all and see you tomorrow.